Imagine launching yourself headfirst down an icy track at 130 kilometers per hour, just inches above the ice, with nothing but your reflexes deciding the outcome. No steering wheel, no brakes. Welcome to Skeleton, the most fearless race at the Winter Olympics. Skeleton is a winter sliding sport where athletes lie face down and head first on a small sled and race down an ice track. Unlike bobsleigh or luge, skeleton is brutally simple. One athlete, one sled, gravity, and razor thin margin. Every run lasts barely a minute, but medals are decided by hundreds, sometimes thousands of a second. Skeleton originated in 1880s Switzerland, particularly around the Davos Klosters region, where tourists raced sleds down natural ice tracks. By around 1898, early metal sleds began to appear. Their exposed metal frames were said to resemble a human skeleton, giving the sport its name. Skeleton debuted at the Winter Olympics in 1928 and returned once more in 1942, both in St. Moritz, before disappearing again. It finally became a permanent Olympic sport in 2002, marking the start of the modern skeleton era. Since then, a few nations have defined the sport: Germany, Great Britain, and the US. In recent years, Canada and Australia have emerged as serious challengers, breaking the traditional European American dominance. Skeleton at the 2026 Winter Olympics will feature three events: a men's skeleton, women's skeleton, and a mixed team skeleton, which is a debut event. In the mixed team event, each nation fields one man and one woman who take consecutive runs. Their times are combined, and the fastest aggregate time wins, adding a new tactical and psychological dimension to the sport. Each athlete completes 4 runs over 2 days. The combined time of all runs determines the final standings. There's no room for mistake. Athletes sprint for about 30 to 40 meters, pushing the sled before diving on. Steering is done using subtle head, shoulder, and knee pressures. No brakes, no mechanical steering, and no mid-run adjustments. Final rankings are based on total combined time across all runs. Precision and consistency matter just as much as raw speed. Here's a fun fact. Skeleton sleds have no suspension and sit barely 5 centimeters above the ice. Elite athletes can feel every vibration of the track, allowing them to read the ice purely through touch and sound while traveling faster than most cars on a highway. At Milano-Cortina 2026, skeleton will be contested at the Cortina Sliding Center, a newly rebuilt venue inspired by the historic Eugenio Monti track. What makes this edition unique? The track is expected to be one of the fastest on the Olympic circuit. Many competitors will have limited prior experience on it, reducing historical advantages. And the debut of mixed team skeleton places extra emphasis on national depth rather than individual brilliance alone. Here are some of the players and countries to watch out for. Christopher Groth from Germany, who is an Olympic champion and the benchmark of modern skeleton. Exceptionally clean lines, minimal mistakes, and ruthless consistency define his game. From the women, Hannah Neisser from Germany. Representing Germany, Neisser is calm under pressure and technically flawless, excelling in multi-run formats where tiny margins can decide medals. Some of the other countries to watch out for are Great Britain, who are technically elite and capable of podium finishes, and Canada, a rapidly rising force with strong results in the recent past. Australia also remain a dark horse, particularly in women's competitions. Skeleton strips winter sport down to its rawest elements: speed, courage, and control. With a brand new Olympic track and the introduction of a mixed team event, Milano-Cortina 2026 could be one of the most unpredictable skeleton competitions ever.